here in my studio in Los Angeles, and we are just gonna do a full body kind of move. I need to flow, kind of work out on the reformer. So I'll just kind of tell you where I am on my grots. So I have 4 springs on. We're gonna start with some footwork. And just do what you can do, modify how you need for your body. We're just gonna squeeze those heels together, push that foot bar away, and come all the way back in. Now I want you to just feel your body on the mat. No judgment. Just see if maybe at some point something gets lost. One side might be a little heavier than the other, and what you need to do evenly. Get everything settled and lengthened. And really think about the head reaching as the feet reach away. So you're really lengthening that full body. And then we're gonna go to our arches. And same thing. So the great thing about footwork, you only learn it once. Because it's just out and in. And on the grots, you have to really kind of pull it back in. And you're inhaling out as you exhale back in. And again, just seeing if everything's even on that foot bar, through our hip container, rib container, shoulder and head. Just breathing. We just want to flow today, no judgment. Nothing's wrong, we're just feeling where we are in space today. And then heels, and you can go as high up on those heels as you want, as long as you feel secure on that foot bar. You can flex the feet as if you're standing on the floor. Trying to lengthen the knees all the way. That's always a struggle for me. I tend to not remember that I have a backside. Nice. And keep breathing. Had a lovely late start, so I figured why not get on with you guys and do some work. And then we'll come back for the tendon stretch. So again, those heels are together. And just press it out. And just hold it here for a moment. Really squeeze the heels. And just lower those heels where you can keep that connection. So for me, my ankles tend to get in the way a little bit, and that's okay. I go where I can go. But I'm trying to keep that squeeze all the way through the range, whatever it is in that Achilles tendon stretch for me and for you. Where's that rib container? Good. And just do 3 more. I'm not counting very well today. We're just flowing through. It's okay. And then we'll bend, come in, and take that foot bar away. If I can find it. So if you're on the grots, you'll just keep it where you are. You go where you need to go. We're gonna do what's called stretch and pull first. So let's just kind of find our position today. You're gonna curl up, let those legs reach as you punch. And just kind of hold for a moment and breathe. See how that feels. And then bring it all the way back down. And let's do that again. Punch, reach. See how everything feels. Very tight in my upper back today. Already knew that coming into this. So now we're gonna find the 100. You could just play with your legs. Curl it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Playing with my legs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, I think. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more in. Exhale. Bring it all the way down. Whew. Let's come up. We're gonna change your spring. I'm gonna go to 2 spring on the rods for overhead. Safety first, then rest down. I hear a siren. We'll just let them go by. We'll ignore. All right. So we're gonna go into that rollover. Into our jackknife today, whatever that is. Keep punching those arms as you roll it down. that again. Reach. Ooh, super tight today. Don't know what you're feeling, but I kind of already knew that. Nice. And then we're gonna hang our handles. I told you, we're just flowing through here. And we're gonna go to one spring, and we're gonna do our hug a tree. And just sit. Find your position nice and tall. And all we wanna think about is this, as we open and close, really pressing into our legs to grow tall. And making sure when we do open those arms that we can still see our hands in our peripheral. So that we don't let our arms go behind us, which most likely will take our rib container, pop it forward. Do 2 more here. Nice. And then we'll come into our shave the head. And you're just gonna hinge where you can maintain all those containers, but now you're leaning forward, pressing into those legs as we press away. Trying as best we can to shave right behind the head. If you have a ponytail or something, you can just nod your head a little. Keep it out of there. 1 more here. Nice. And then we'll come into what's called lifting. So it's gonna look like nothing's happening. But what I really want you to think about is you're pressing up without letting the arms go forward or back. The carriage should stay still, and I'm only gonna go where I can stay tall. So if you watch, what I wanna do is kind of sink back, or my arms go back or push forward. So I'm just going where they're right, like if you're at the gym doing a shoulder press with weights, but I'm pushing down in my legs, growing tall, trying to create more length so that the carriage doesn't move. It's super challenging on a garage. 1 more. And then bring it back in. And then we're gonna grab our box. So we'll see how this goes for me today, guys. Like I said, super tight. So we're gonna stay on the one spring. And I'm gonna grab on to the button parts here. All right. So we're just gonna imagine digging a trench on each side. I'm squeezing and reaching my hips into the mat as I pull. And then we'll see where we go. Woo. Looking up, and then bringing it all the way back. And the whole time, those hips are lengthening, extending into my mat. And then, for those that work with me, you know, extension is my challenge as I work. We're gonna go into our T-pull, so I'll slide down a little lower, look forward, and again, lots of action in those legs. And just trying to stay lifted the whole entire time as I reach those arms. Last one. And all right, we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna go into horseback. So we'll keep it on the one spring. All right, are you ready? So basically you're just gonna find your balance point, like in your rocker, your ball, but upside down, right? So we're gonna punch and rock forward, find that balance point, reach, back up tall. Such a good, hard, full body. Woo! 2 more if we can. I told you, we're just flowing through, no judgment here. And then up and around. Now we're gonna hang these back, take your blocks away, and we'll set up for long stretch. So we'll grab that grippy for our headrest. It's gonna be up here. We'll get our foot bar and we'll add a spoon. So what we're gonna do is find our push-up position, right? Find that position. How do we look? Woo. There we go. So we're gonna push out with arms and legs. And really think about it. It's not just arms. It's not just like, it's both pushing out. Keep pushing the legs as you pull the straps back in. Same thing you just did earlier. Trying to stay lifted out of my arms as I come forward. One more. And then we'll come down onto your knees for down stretch. And then just find your extension. Think about your hips lengthening and opening your chest, not pushing the hips forward, but just lengthen them like we did on that box. And then again with your arms and legs, push. And keep pushing with the legs as you come back in. Feels good to move, doesn't it? Midweek, it's Wednesday here. I don't know when you're watching this, but for me it's Wednesday as we film this. It's quiet. Keep looking up, up, up out of those arms. One more. Nice. And then we're gonna go into what is called up stretch. So we'll just go right into it. Heels up. Find your elephant, find your full rounded. Now we're gonna keep our rounded upper elephant, find our plank and our long stretch, pull it all the way in and back up. We're gonna do 3 in this direction. Just push arms and legs. Now here comes the hard part. Find that elephant long stretch. Now push with the arms and the legs. Oh, this is where my backside goes, yeah, I don't have it. One more, super hard on the glutes, right? And then sink into that elephant foot. Now, we're gonna round our entire elephant, and then I want you to just find your 50-50. So shift some weight into your arms where you feel the same weight, and then you'll push and pull back in. Keep rounding to pull in. Inhaling, exhaling, just breathe. Doesn't matter when, as long as you're breathing. Even weight through both feet. And one more. Nice. And then bring it all the way down. I'm gonna get this out of my way. And we're gonna go for some side arms. So we're gonna take it to one spring. I'll face you for the first one. Oh yeah, we can see each other. So we're again gonna think of the hips extended, arm pressing in, and I'm only going up. Woo, this grots. Where nothing changes, right? So I'm really having to push into this outside leg. I love this for my clients that can't do any twisting or they're golfers. Play tennis, pickleball, a lot of pickleball, because it works all those rotation muscles without rotating. So in a different way, right? And then we'll switch for our sweat kitty as we pull across. Ooh. Staying tall, just going. Believe it or not, this is actually pretty good for this arm. The other one's a little crankier. Nice, yeah, and just keep growing tall. One more. And then we're gonna find that shoulder rest, walk those knees out where you're comfortable. Knees are together, and then press your hips forward as you reach, like really reach that arm. Push into this as we then pull. I cannot do the circles on the grots. If you can pull enough to make that just organic circle with your arms, go for it. More power to you. But keep thinking of both hips as evenly weighted, forward, push as you can. Last one, and reach. All right, we're going for the back. So turn it around. Maybe we're facing each other, maybe not. Well, I'm not facing you. So same thing, different side, right? So we're gonna press up. Whew, this is one more challenging here to stay as weighted as I can on that opposite side. Whew, one more here. And then we'll switch. And this is again, the cranky shoulder. Thinking of everything staying square in front of you. All your containers. One more here. And then we'll go into that side bend. If you can add the circles on this side, go for it. But really press out. Think of your side bend on your mat. So you're lifting up and away from the carriage. And then reaching for the back of the carriage with that arm as you bring it back, letting the shoulder blade move. And one more. And then we'll hang that handle. Those are always good, aren't they? So let's go ahead. We're gonna change our spring to 2 springs. And we're gonna go into our frog in circles. So we're going to have to add for the grots, the extenders. So we just loop them through. As we go. I'm gonna hang it on the hook just because it doesn't get caught. It's much easier to get off. I always put the handle on the inside. A little trick I learned from Kathy Ross Nash, so it doesn't knock you as much. Make it either even. And let's go ahead and take this down. All right. And we just want to make sure that everything's even. I'm going to roll into my little ball to get here, making sure the hooks are where they want. And then I'm going to come into my frog position. And then we're pressing at that high diagonal. Really feeling the hips weighted into the mat. And it's going into our squat. It's going into our lowering from the mat. It's going into our double leg stretch. Coordination, which we didn't do. But again, opening up the hips. But again, if you have really open external rotation, kind of reining it in a little bit. We'll do one more. It's the even in, even out. And then we're going to go into our quick, small, little circles, keeping everything stable. And we'll just do 5, and then we'll reverse. Nice. And then my headrest is up, so I'm just going to bend. But if your headrest is down, you could like launch it over the edge. And then we're gonna go actually for a little tiger stretch. And had a chat with this, and I'm gonna talk to you guys on another video about kind of knee issues with this one. But we're just gonna find your rounded tiger stretch, whatever that is. Press it out, pulling back in. And really pulling back in. Like you did on your frog. Keeping our elephant arms. And then we're going to go into the arch, really pulling through and press and pull back in. Good. Just trying to keep that open chest expansion, which we didn't do today, but that's okay. Now we're going to go into knee stretch. The only one that's actually called historically knee stretch because the knees do stretch. I'm gonna go a little higher just because of my knees, but you go where you wanna go as long as you can maintain that round. We're gonna press and then up and pull back in. Trying to keep my round. Stretching out all the way. Oh Lord. And then bringing it all the way in. Sorry for the cursing. All right. Let's end with a little side split. So we're gonna place the foot towards the back so that we can find that shoulder rest and they'll be pretty even. Stepping on, walking out without trying to make any noise. Oh, my head got cut off. Sorry about that, guys. Press out, pull back in. I'll fix it as we turn to the other side. Growing tall. I'm so tall, my head went away. Good. You're pushing evenly with both legs. So remember the side arms we did? Here we are again. Keeping everything lengthened, scissoring back up. I have my hands behind my head. That's where I like them, whatever works for you. And then we're gonna keep the carriage still. As we walk it back in, step carefully off. And I will get you guys a little higher so that we can see the head, hopefully, as we go to the other side. Same thing, it's towards the back on the grots. We're gonna walk it up. Find that shoulder rest, hands behind your head. Press with both legs and pull back in. And on the grots, you have to really pull it in. So in reality, right, you're already in your side split. It's about that scissoring and getting back up. Even work of both legs. You're almost there. 3 more. It's a nice quick little warm up. Work out. 1 more. And then we'll carefully walk it in, keeping control of our carriage as we step off. Great job. Thanks for watching. If you have any requests for workouts, let me know and I'll hit them for you.